Welcome back guys to another video that's going to be on my channel. This is going to be a football review. The weekend's football has just finished. Finished a couple of hours ago when Southampton beat West Ham, but we'll get onto that in a bit. So basically I'm just going to run through all the Premier League action from Saturday and Sunday. So yesterday there were 9 games played. The first one of which was Manchester United against Leicester. Man United were in a bit of bad form. Leicester, reigning Premier League champions, a bit of bad form, but Man United did come out 4-1 winners. The third consecutive game for Leicester, conceding 4 goals. So that's a bit of a worry for them. Conceding so many in 12 goals in 3 games, quite a worry. But they have played 3 of the biggest teams in the Premier League, those being Liverpool, Chelsea, and Man United. So don't really know what to say about that game. Man United won. What they're going to do a lot of, even though they were on 3 consecutive defeats. Next game is AFC Bournemouth versus Everton. Now Everton had their best start to a Premier League season halted with a 1-0 defeat to Bournemouth. Bournemouth were I didn't really watch the game, but I heard that Bournemouth were quite dominant in the game, so that's a bit of a worry for Ronald Koeman for Everton as well. It was only a 1-0 defeat. It's not like they're gonna be so worried that they're gonna drop their form. 1-0, they can easily recover from that, and I do expect Everton to do that. Next is a 6-goal thriller, and it's probably the biggest. There was one other game that is, I'd say, bigger, but one of the biggest games of the weekend, which was Liverpool versus Hull. Liverpool coming out 5-1 winners. Liverpool this season have been scoring so many goals. They have been just consistent in front of goal. Not so consistent at the back, but now that Mignolet is not their main keeper, then now got Karius back from injury. Hopefully for Liverpool fans, they can string a couple of wins together and maybe even challenge for the title. Top 5 I do hear is some Liverpool fans' expectations, but top 5 would be a really big improvement from last year when they finished 7th, I want to say, 7th or 8th. After that is Middlesbrough versus Spurs. Middlesbrough have had an amazing start to the season. Spurs, they were 3rd last season, but Middlesbrough did lose 2-1 to Spurs. Heung-min Son scoring both the goals for Spurs. Middlesbrough are gonna get some very tough games in the Premier League. It's just all part of the Premier League, but I do feel like they will stay up. And Middlesbrough, Spurs, on Spurs' side, I think without Harry Kane it's going to be a bit of a worry for them, but they've got Heung-min Son, who has been playing for striker for them. Scored 2 goals yesterday. Did alright for them, I guess. Next up is a boring 1-1 Midlands derby draw. Stoke City versus West Brom. Stoke City bottom of the second to bottom of the table. West Brom haven't really been following them as much, but I do know Stoke have had a bit of bad form. I think this is their first time they've picked up points in 4 games, I want to say. I'm not too sure, but there's not really much to say about that because they don't really follow neither of the teams, even though they are local teams to me. Next up is Sunderland versus Crystal Palace. Now Sunderland were 2-0 up. They were destined to get their first win under David Moyes, and then Crystal Palace came back and beat them 3-2 with Christian Benteke, who has proven himself to be a quality striker when given the chance. That he's a great striker, and he scored the winner for Crystal Palace and got Crystal Palace all 3 points yesterday. Swansea versus Man City, we all know who won that. Well, if you don't, then you don't really watch football. But Manchester City have now won 6 in 6 with a 3-1 win over Swansea. Did what Chelsea couldn't do. Chelsea couldn't beat Swansea, Man City could. And Man City are going to win the league. I can say it now, happily say it now. Could they do the Invincibles? Go the whole season unbeaten? I don't know, we'll have to find out. And now the final game is the game I've been putting last, because it was the game that was played last yesterday, and also because it does involve my team Chelsea. Now, what happened yesterday was a joke, and now you will see me speak. You might want to skip 2 minutes or so into this video, because 2 more minutes after this, because I'm just going to be ranting about Chelsea right now, because this is an absolute joke. I will be speaking more about Chelsea than I did of the other games, but as I said, it was an absolute joke. Our defence, appalling. Gary Cahill, just get off the pitch. We don't. You can't defend. You can't pass. He's just scared every time he gets the ball. Against Leicester, he did it a couple of times, and I'm surprised they never scored from those chances. But it was a defensive error that led to both of their goals. But against Arsenal, a team that have got great quality up front, you can't be doing that against Arsenal. They're just too good of a team to do that against. Now, we brought back David Luiz, hoping that he'll be a quality defender. He has shown some signs of how he used to play when he was at Chelsea previously. But whether he's the quality striker we need, I don't think so. Kurt Zouma should be making a return hopefully soon. Can't wait for next season when Andreas Christensen comes back off loan from Borussia Mönchengladbach, and hopefully we'll have a great defensive partnership with Christensen and Kurt Zouma. Apart from defence, our attack was dreadful. Hazard, last season Hazard. Willian was decent, he was trying to make an impact, didn't. Costa, again, trying to make an impact, couldn't. Fabregas, I think, playing against his old club, got to him. Kante was probably one of the best players that we had. Gave the ball away, I think, twice in the whole game, compared to, I think, Matic, who was playing, gave the ball away 6 or 7 times, something like that, I read. So Kante's still showing that he's a great signing, but we can't just keep relying on Kante. Conte can't rely on Kante all the time. It's just shocking what we witness as a Chelsea fan at the moment, how we can go from winning 3 games in a row, international break, then all of a sudden losing every single game we play. Now, last game of the weekend was West Ham versus Southampton. West Ham have lost their 4th game in a row, 4 games in a row, mad, and they thought they were going to be a big team this year. They thought they were going to go on a European tour, got a new stadium, West Ham are now finally going to be a good team in the league, and then they lose 3-0 to Southampton. Now, I haven't watched the game. I'll probably watch Match of the Day later to see how the game unfolded. I have heard that West Ham were dominated by Southampton. I can see why with the full-time score, but West Ham really needs some improvements if they want to try and stay in the league, because last season they were challenging for Champions League, Europa League. Now they're challenging. Now they're hoping to stay safe in the Premier League. So basically that has been the end of the video. If you have liked it, I know these sorts of videos can get quite boring for some people, my voice is not the most amazing voice to be hearing for 10 minutes. So, but if you have enjoyed it, do leave a like, do subscribe if you're new around here, so you do not miss out on any future content that shall be on my channel. FIFA 17 content coming out really soon. I'm going to be starting my Leicester City career mode, and I will also be starting the journey mode, the journey, when that comes out. I might do a My Player series, so do leave your thoughts on that down below. Might do an Ultimate Team series as well. Leave your thoughts down below. So yeah, that has basically been the end of this video. This is going to be the final ending now. If you have liked it, do leave a like, do subscribe if you are new around here, so you do not miss out on any future content that shall be on my channel. Check out FIFA Duo, which is my joint channel with a fellow YouTuber, Bailey Pierce. And check out my Facebook group to stay updated with everything that goes on my YouTube channel. And basically, I just talk about what's going on, what I'm going to be uploading, when my videos are up. Basically, that's where I keep it at all my fan base updated on my Facebook page, Facebook group, which is Career Mode Champ. If you want to join it, feel free. So yeah, that has been the end of the video. Doing it again. Goodbye.